Hello there, and welcome to Sleepy Galaxy Channel. Tonight we are going to travel a long way from your bed, all the way out past the asteroids and past the great striped face of Jupiter, out to a place that circles the ringed planet Saturn, a moon called Titan. And there is a question waiting for us there, a question that folds back on itself like a soft riddle. And the question is this: how can a world be, at one and the same time, the place in all the solar system that most resembles the Earth beneath you, and also the place least like anything you have ever known? How can somewhere feel like home and feel utterly foreign in the very same breath? Because Titan is both. It has rain, and rivers, and broad dark seas, and a thick amber sky, and weather that rolls in over its horizon, much the way weather rolls in over your own. And yet the rain there is not water. The rivers there are not water. The seas that lap at its shores are made of something else entirely, something that on Earth would be a whisper of gas thinner than breath, gathered on that distant moon into pooling liquid, cold enough to still every warm thing you have ever touched. That is the paradox we will hold tonight, turning it over slowly, the way you might turn a smooth stone in your fingers in the dark. And we will explore it across a whole handful of unhurried movements. We will look at that strange familiar sky and the thick air you could almost lean against. We will wander down to the shorelines of its lakes and imagine standing there. We will follow the story of how curious people, over long, careful years, came to know this place at all, mostly by sending a small, brave machine to fall through its clouds. We will drift, at one point, letting the whole scene carry us the way a slow current carries a leaf, and near the end we will pull back, far back, until Titan is a small pale point again, and think about what its strangeness might tenderly say about the ordinary Earth turning under your window right now. If at any point you feel this is easing you towards sleep, and you would like to help this quiet channel, a like or a subscribe helps the channel reach others who are also lying awake in the dark, others who are hoping for exactly this kind of long, slow voice to carry them down. It costs you nothing, and you can do it now or later or never, whichever feels easiest. But none of that is anything you need to hold on to. None of the facts, none of the names, none of the numbers we will pass through. You do not have to remember any of it. You do not have to follow the thread or keep the pieces in order. If your mind wanders off mid-sentence and comes drifting back a while later, that is exactly right. That is the whole idea. So settle in now. Let your shoulders ease down, away from your ears, and feel the weight of you sinking a little deeper into the mattress. Let your jaw loosen. Let your hands rest wherever they have fallen. Let's begin. We should begin with the sky, because on Titan the sky is the first thing that would take hold of you, the first thing that would tell you, all at once, that you are both home and impossibly far from home. Imagine you are standing on its surface. Above you there is no black star-pricked emptiness, the way there is above the airless moon that hangs over your own nights. Above you, instead, is a dome of soft orange, a hazy amber ceiling that goes on and on, a color like weak tea held to a lamp, like honey thinned with light, like the inside of an eyelid closed against a warm afternoon. This is a world wrapped in air. Titan is the only moon in the entire solar system with a real atmosphere, a thick, genuine blanket of gas, and it is not a thin one. If you have ever imagined other worlds as bare rock under hard vacuum, Titan quietly breaks that picture. The air there presses down harder than the air here does, about half again as much as the atmosphere that rests on your own skin at sea level. A fullness you might feel as a faint held pressure, like being a swimmer just below the surface of a calm pool. The water not yet deep, but present all around you. And that air is mostly nitrogen, which is the very same gas that makes up most of what you are breathing right now, in and out, slow and even, in your own room. Nearly 4 out of every 5 molecules entering your lungs at this moment is nitrogen, and on Titan nearly every molecule in that enormous amber sky is that same patient gas. So there is the first thread of kinship pulled taut between here and there. The 2 atmospheres, hundreds of millions of miles apart, are built mostly from the same simple ingredient. If some part of the air on Titan is familiar to your own chest, then the strangeness is only in the rest of it, in the haze, in the trace of methane that tints the sky and thickens